Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well on this chilly day. I thought I fixed the issue about getting zeros, but hopefully nobody's getting a zero for this. While we're waiting for folks to come in, if you haven't answered the worksheet um, for cell cycle, you should do that and submit that. Again, all you really are required to do is the second page where you answer the question and circle the correct answer. If you want bonus points, you're going to take the color of your answer and you're going to color this diagram. That'll get you some bonus points. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna let you look at that for a few. Um, we're going to look at meiosis today. So mitosis was all the body cells, how all the body cells reproduce. Meiosis is a little different, just a little. You still have to know PMAT, except you got to know it twice. All right, so I'm gonna give you a few minutes while we're waiting on people to come in to work on the worksheet and read this section and look at all the pretty pictures, and we'll talk about that in a little while. Let's see. Yeah, we're missing quite a few people still. Also, if you have not completed the mitosis Nearpod, I'm entering those grades today, so please make sure that you do that. So give you a few minutes to collect your thoughts. I need to put that in the module. So I'm gonna stop sharing for a minute and put that Nearpod in the module. To see which one is yours. All right, so again, make sure you've done your cell cycle Nearpod and the worksheet. So I'll give you a few minutes to work on that, and then we'll look at meiosis. All right, Kingsley, I see. Don't have a score for you. Charlie, don't have a score for you. And Lucas, you need to finish yours. Almost don't have and Dallas. Dallas isn't here yet, but Lucas is. Chris, I know you. Oh, yeah, you're finished. Okay, you're good. I remember you had an appointment, but you're good. Mm. All right, so there's two scores with that. You have a quiz score and you have a participation score. There's a multiple choice um, test out of 5, and you'll get a participation score out of 5 as well. So 10 points altogether. Okay. I just put it, I think you were absent last week, so I'm going to copy that for you and let you see that. First, let me put it in the module. So right now it should be on your desktop, but I'm also going to put it in the module. All right, I'm putting it in the module right now for everybody keeps asking me the same question. All right, module, here we go. Cell cycle and mitosis. Okay, so now it's in the module. I'm going to, because we do have a handful of you who were absent. Okay. trying to get back to the, come out of this report. Okay, here we go. I think yours is the N. Okay. Mm. All right, good afternoon to those of you who just came in. I'm putting the link. Oh, she's not here. Putting the link back here for the couple of people who need it.
What are we supposed to be doing?
Okay, you've already done your Nearpod, so you're going to just read meiosis while you're waiting. If you haven't, okay, I'm gonna pull the other assignment back up as well. The give me 1 second for that. So if you, there were a couple of people who missed the Nearpod. So the Nearpod link is in the chat. It's also now in the module. Um, in the module, you're also supposed to do the summary. Whoops. I don't want that. Okay, so I'm going to share again what we need to do as far as the cell cycle mitosis assignment is concerned. I got 3 people who've done this already. I haven't checked to see if you did everything, but there was 3 submissions. All right,
I haven't got
so,
to it.
okay, that's fine. All right, so let me re-explain, because I know you had checked out. So let me re-explain what you need to do. On this page, and there's a coloring part to it. So when you finish coloring, it should look something similar to this picture. Those are not the correct colors. So don't just color your paper to match that. So you're going to fill in the color by numbers based on the correct answer to these questions. So when you answer the question, it's going to give you a color. And then you say for number 1, if you pick A, then you're going to come up here and color all the number 1s yellow, that kind of thing. Okay. So everybody has to do 1 through 12 and submit this page. But doing the color diagram is extra, because I know it's a little, everybody doesn't have a printer. If you do, you might have Kami, where you can download it in such a way that you can use the paint activity to color it in. But if you're able to color it and submit that,
That's gonna be hard to color out on
yeah,
computer.
I know. That's why it's extra.
Do
That's
you
why it's
expect
extra.
us to do it?
Huh?
Do you expect us to do
I've
the
had
coloring
people
part?
do it. I've had people do it. So it is possible.
If I
Uh,
mess it up, don't don't judge.
okay. All right. But it is extra. It is extra. I'm understanding that what people did is that if they were able to print, they printed it, colored it, and then uploaded the picture back. I think I
I
only
don't
had
have a
one
clue.
person who knew how to take the paintbrush tool and color it in, and that's a very delicate thing. So, because it is a very fine kind of picture. So again, this is the coloring in it is extra, but everybody is required to turn in this page. So I'll give a few minutes for you all to work on that. Again, there are about 3 people who have done it. So if you're one of those people, it says 4 people have submitted. All right. So if you're one of those 4 people, be reading this next section on meiosis. And that's where we're going next. So for those of you who missed the Nearpod is now in the module for mitosis to participate in, as well as a 5-question quiz. So please do that. And then this is where we're going to be in a little while. So please do that. All right, and if there's any questions, please ask. I'm going to stop sharing, do attendance. Be right back. Okay, so the meiosis Nearpod is now in the module as well.
Um, I already finished that Nearpod. What do I do?
The mitosis one. If you finish
Yes.
meiosis is now in it should now be in your, let me copy the link and put that in the chat. Okay. Did I put a thing on it? No, I didn't. It's not saved. Okay, give me a second. Well, it's supposed to be in my library and it's not. Hmm. Okay, give me 1 second to put that link in the chat. What I'd like you to do first is to read the module page for meiosis before you know how you all do. The first question they ask you is, what do you already know? And you all like to say, I don't know nothing. I want you to know something. So read the module, please, before attempting to do this Nearpod. We're going to talk about it in a minute, but trying to give everybody a chance to, trying to give my computer a chance to pull it up. And again, folks, if you do get a chance to color it, I do have a master copy. So your picture has to look like mine. It can't be any old colors in any old place. Okay. So the colors, the correct picture means that you answered the questions correctly. So please make sure that you do that first. Why is this still spinning? There we go. Okay. Hmm. All right, so you now have a second Nearpod link. First one is for mitosis. Second one is for meiosis. But before you do the meiosis one, it is also self-paced. I want you to read Canvas first. And in a few minutes, I will talk about what again, you still need to know what PMAT is. So you still need to know the order of the processes of cell replication, the breakdown of the nucleus. Gotcha. I'm just about to do attendance. You're just in time. So you need to know PMAT, but now you have to know PMAT twice because in meiosis it does it twice. So please, like I said, read it up before you try to do the Nearpod. As soon as I do attendance, I'm going to pull it up for you. But the link is now in the chat for that. And both of them are in the module.
What is the picture supposed to look like?
It's supposed to look like the sample that they have on the first page, except those are the wrong colors. So when you finish coloring it, it should look similar to that, but not exactly like that because the colors will be wrong. For example, I'm just going to tell you, number one is yellow. So all the number ones, if you look at the diagram, all the number ones in the diagram should be yellow. If you look at the picture that they have colored it, they are not yellow. Okay. So that's the way it should go. So everywhere you see a number one, it should be yellow. And that's what but when you're finished, it'll look like a kaleidoscope, like the sample that is on the title page. All right, so everybody, I did tell you number one is yellow. But again, if you cannot, and then I'm not holding it against you, the grade for this assignment is 12 because there are 12 questions. It's worth double if you are able to print and color it. But that's just extra. Some people need extra. So if you can go the extra mile and do that, all well and good. But don't knock yourself out. People always asking, like, do you have extra credit? There's extra credit. Keone, I'm gonna send yours back for you to look at yours again. Remember PMAT, remember all the clues for PMAT. PMAT is kind of like a preparation stage. I mean, sorry, prophase is a preparation stage. That's the P for PMAT. M is middle, all the chromosomes are lined up in the middle. A is apart for anaphase, and T is divides in two. So those are all the clues that you're supposed to remember as to what's going on in each stage. And make sure that you are, when you answer these questions, that's what you're looking at. Looking at what are the notes. And I asked y'all to write it down. All right, Isaiah, how'd you do that? How'd you color yours? Share, because that's pretty neat. I'm gonna share what yours looks like. How'd you do that? Get my share thing up. My share button won't come up. There it is. Zoom is acting up. I am trying to share this with you, but it won't share. Every time I hit the share button, it just goes spinning round and round. Finally came up. Alrighty. Share my screen. All right, so what the picture that's up here are not the correct colors. But if you do yours correct and you answer all your questions correctly, it should end up looking like this. So Isaiah, how'd you do that? Come off mute and talk to us, please. Isaiah, are you there? Don't type in the chat. Just come off mute and tell them what you did. Y'all like to type too much. Talk, talk, talk. Be social. What program did you put it in? Cami or Paint, or what did you do? Because this is actually neatly done. Isaiah, are you there? You paying any attention to me? I know you have a tendency to be playing games. Anyway, he's not talking to us, but this is what it should look like when it's done. And I can't tell you all how to do it because I don't have what your Chromebook can and cannot do. It is possible to get it done. All right. All right. So, actually what I want to do. So if you finish with and then all you're required to do is to answer the 12 questions at the back. All right, if you're finished with that, go ahead and look at the meiosis one. With meiosis, again, it is important that you read the Canvas page first. In fact, let me switch and show that short video first. All right, so the Nearpod for that is right behind this in the module. Should also be on your desktop. All right, the important thing to remember about meiosis is it only happens in two kinds of cells, the gametes. The gametes are the egg and sperm cell. All mitosis happens in all the other cells of the body.
Meiosis notes. Cell division of the sex cells, sperm and egg. Before we start, number 1, mitosis is the reproduction of all cells except sex cells. Number 2, gametes is another name for sex cells. Number 3, meiosis is the reproduction of those gametes. And number 4, the cells that result after meiosis.
All right, so this part right here is important because you need to know the difference between mitosis and meiosis. So part of the questions that asked on the worksheet was what kind of cells do they occur in? Gametes, you need to know the gametes this was a name for the sex cells. And when we talk about this, there's two, the sperm and the egg, those are your sex cells. So they undergo meiosis. And meiosis actually is mitosis twice. Okay? So that's how they reproduce. All the other cells in your body, your hair cells, your eye cells, your skin cells, they all do mitosis. The last number 4, when mitosis is finished, they're identical to the first cell in that and the vocabulary word you need to remember there is diploid number. That means they have twice the number of, or the normal number of chromosomes. So humans have 46. Our diploid number is 46. Egg and sperm cells will have 23. They will have half the number of chromosomes. Okay, so that's important to remember. And it's different for all organisms. So that's how they know one organ under the microscope. They can tell which cell belongs to who, because all organisms have a different number of chromosomes.
The reduction division. Meiosis is known as the reduction division because the chromosome number reduces by half. The cell divides twice in meiosis, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. This results in 4 new cells, each with half the number of chromosomes. Take a minute to look at these keywords. Remember what sister chromatids are. Review what a tetrad is. Remember what homologous chromosomes are. Look at diploid cells and haploid cells.
All right, so let's look. The word is homologous. I don't know what she said, but homologous. That means that they are the same chromosome. So, and why we say the same, that if you line up one side to the other side, they look identical. Okay, so each set of chromosomes each pair of chromosomes is the same. You get one from your mother, one from your father. Again, diploid means that they have 2 of every kind of chromosome, one from mom, one from dad. And haploid is you have, when meiosis is finished, you are only having, so imagine like you have the 2 chromosomes and one from mom, one from dad. They're going to split during meiosis. So you have the same kind of chromosome, but they're going to opposite cells this time, not just opposite sides of the cell. They're going to end up in opposite cells.
Remember we discussed that meiosis happens twice. There's 2 stages. The first stage has prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and cytokinesis. The second phase is very similar. Again, we will discuss this in greater detail later. Why is meiosis even important? Well, number 1, it reduces the number of chromosomes for sexual reproduction. Number 2, it allows offspring to be produced that are genetically different from the parents. And number 3, the generic variation, or genetic differences, are introduced by crossing over, random arrangements of tetrads, and random...
I'm sorry, I was trying to pause it and all kinds of other things popped up. All right, so these 3 things are also important. It reduces the number of chromosomes. Defects, we're going to talk about mutations again that happen when we don't reduce the number of chromosomes. It allows the offsprings to be genetically different. In other words, they're not identical to mom and dad like the rest of your body cells are identical to all your other cells. And variation, genetic variation makes a stronger population. This is why there are laws now that you can't marry your cousin. Okay, because it weakens the gene pool.
Combination of sperm and egg. In gametogenesis, there's oogenesis, which produces 4 cells, 1 large ovum, and 3 tiny colored bodies. Only the ovum will have a chance to survive it being fertilized. In spermatogenesis, this is where meiosis produces sperm, where all 4 are tiny and all 4 are capable of fertilizing an egg. Take a minute to take a closer look at this picture of gametogenesis.
That should be a oocyte. That should be an OOC. All right, so that's a quick run through. So again, these pictures are the same. You can click on each of these. You see in one is PMAT, and then it's going to do it again. All right. So notice you need to know the difference between the 2. All right, so do the Nearpod for this, but read this first. We'll talk about the problems later. So these are a whole different set of mutations than we had with the last DNA mutations. Okay. We do have only a few minutes left. Somebody said they already finished. There's hopefully yours is working. Mine is not clicking at the moment. But do the meiosis review if you're finished with the Nearpod. All right. Let me know if yours clicks. Oh, there you go. Gotta click over there. All right, so every time you submit, it'll give you a score. And then you continue. And know before you go. All right. Isaiah, I don't know why you chose not to talk to us today. Mm, I see now why. Because you're not doing your work. Probably not even listening. Folks, again, please use class time for classwork. Okay, good. Now I'm stuck looking at yours. Don't tell me, send it to everybody. See, you're asking me that. If I was showing it to the class, if you were paying attention, you would have seen that I was showing it the whole. I showed yours to the whole class, but you weren't paying attention. Send that information to everybody. Don't send it just to me. And in future, play your games on your own time. Do your meiosis work first. Well, let me do attendance. Quite a few people missing. Keone, let me know when you resubmit yours, and I'll check it again. You just want to write them back. Okay, people, time to go. It's 1:30. See you next class. See you Wednesday.
Adios.
Have a good one. Stay warm. I see you got your Stay warm.
It got cold.
Yes, it did. I was scraping ice off the car this morning.
Dang. Yesterday I had to work in it for 6 hours. I know.
Feel for you. All right, folks. Bye-bye. Crazy weather. It was just 70 degrees on Saturday.